What is up, everybody? Crocodile King here. Welcome to my reaction to Death Battle Season 8, Episode 4. Heihachi Mishima from Tekken versus Geese Howard from King of Fighters. Now, I don't really know much about either of these characters because I've never played King of Fighters or Tekken, so I'm kind of going into this blind, but I'm willing to give this a try because, of course, it's Death Battle, so who knows, I might learn something new and maybe even try the games out. So, if you recommend the games, please tell me down below in the comments. So, let's get this started. Okay, episode's up, we're ready to start. So, Heihachi Mishima versus Geese Howard. Let me know what you think in the comments, and let's get this started in 3, 2, 1. Boom, 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 boom. I'm never gonna get tired of that jingle, I swear.
Heihachi Mishima, billionaire megalomaniac behind the King of the Iron Fist.
And Geese Howard, karate kingpin behind the King of Fighters.
King of Fighters.
These two ruthless businessmen are as talented at martial arts
as they are terrible at being dads.
Yeah.
But whose fury will prove the most fatal? He's Wiz.
Fatal Fury, of course.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Let's go.
The Mishima Zaibatsu is a multinational conglomerate so powerful it can field armies massive enough to conduct world wars.
So,
Its
Ultra
leader
Tech.
is the enigmatic martial arts master, Heihachi Mishima. His goal? World domination.
Of
This
course.
dude treats male pattern baldness like
75,
it's
holy crap.
sport. He taught his super intelligent bear best friend karate, and if he doesn't like you,
Once
he'll
accidentally
grab you
turned
to
into a bear.
rocket ship and launch you into space.
Censorship by the Japanese
Like a Kung
government.
Fu Wolverine Elon
Wow.
Musk.
Well, he sure is something, all right.
The words you're looking for here are ruthless and bastard, Wiz.
Yeah.
She didn't like how his dad, Jinpachi, who looks like the Charizard to his Charmeleon, was running the family business. So he locked him in a basement to die and get possessed by a demon.
Heihachi
Because
built the
why
Mishima
not?
Zaibatsu into the largest military developer in the world. And believe it or not, he's also a family man with a wife and child.
Sucks he had to kill his new baby mama with his bare hands after she got possessed by a demon too. A different demon.
This was the Devil Gene, and it would prove to be
The
Heihachi's
Devil
greatest
Gene.
adversary for the rest of his life. Fearing his son Kazuya had inherited this gene and its terrifying demonic power, he did what any loving, supportive father would do.
Toss his bitch
Throw him
ass
off a cliff.
If he climbed back up, it meant he was a devil. If he didn't, that meant he was A-OK. Except
I mean,
for being dead.
well, he
Which
would
is
die, but
basically
meh,
what
whatever.
medieval peasants did to witches. The Mishima are
Yeah.
old-fashioned. Now truly alone,
Jeez.
without love or family holding him back, Heihachi could focus on one thing: power.
World
And
domination.
Not just the kind that lets you finance a satellite in order to kick family members you don't like out of it, but the punchy, kicky kind
God.
too.
Heihachi is a practitioner of Mishima-style fighting karate, based on real-life Goju Ryu, also known as hard, soft style.
Oh, that's too easy, even for
Okay.
me, Wiz. Goju Ryu
Of
combines
course.
hard-striking kicks and punches with open-hand circular techniques for grapples, takedowns, and
Dragon
throws.
Uppercut, Demon
Heihachi's
Slayer,
fighting style is
Zombie Kick,
aggression
Get Us Down, Jumping
personified,
Power Bomb,
with
Broken
such
Toy,
techniques as the Dragon Uppercut,
Style 10 hit
Flash
combo,
Punch
and Rage
combo,
Art.
and Demon Scissors.
And if he really wanted to, he could impale you on one of his hair horns. Maybe.
Heihachi has even mastered the use of ki, or spirit energy, to manifest lightning, like in his classic Electric Wind God Fist. His ki can even enhance his physicality to frankly absurd levels.
Like the time he caught a bullet in his mouth. I'd say that's crazy, but he did the same thing to a tomahawk before shattering it with his teeth. How much of that blade did he swallow?
I remember seeing that clip a lot.
Or the time he got dogpiled by a bunch of Russian androids called Jacks, which all self-destructed, annihilating the temple he was in.
And he
got
was
up a
totally
bit
fine.
later, infuriated, I'm sure, by the world's audacity to declare him dead from such a paltry wound.
Other Jack models were strong enough to destroy a 6-mile-wide apocalyptic asteroid and survive being blasted by a satellite laser.
By taking a look at the size of the blast compared to the height of the clouds, this laser was packing around 1.6 megatons of TNT.
Okay.
Heihachi can tear through the newest Jack models like that hatchet must have tore through his...
Boomstick!
Can't stop thinking about it, Wiz. Either end that's coming out of, it's not gonna be good.
After decades of dominance,
Oh my God.
Heihachi finally hosted the King of Iron Fist tournament.
And who should show up to the fight but his son Kazuya?
Kazuya.
For the salty run back, all grown up and definitely not dead by Cliff. Oh man, what I wouldn't
But
give to
definitely
beat the
possessed by the
shit out
Devil
of my
Gene.
dad and toss his ass off a cliff. Probably what Elon Musk's son will do after he finds out what his dad named him. That. Man, he and Heihachi are kinda similar. He launches rockets, he's super rich and weird, and I don't even want to think about Heihachi with a Twitter account.
Well, except for the whole martial arts thing. Musk is just some pasty lady.
I did Taekwondo, I did karate, Kyokushinkai.
Oh man, he's been Heihachi all along! And that means his son is Kazuya! Someone keep their eye on him in case he throws him off a cliff! But hey, Muskie, if you ever host a King of Iron Tesla tournament, give me a call.
Despite his
Oh my
humiliating
God.
defeat, Heihachi returned to battle his son once
Kazuya.
again, and this time tossed him into a volcano. These people really have a fetish for this one particular kind of execution. Especially
They really
considering it never works.
Beating his son ain't too shabby, considering
threw it
Kaz is
back.
one of the strongest fighters in the entire world, even without the devil
Got a
gene.
building.
Which, surprise, turns him into a goddamn demon. He can fire
Because of
laser
course.
beams fast enough to hit a satellite in a fraction of a second. And yes, this is the same satellite we keep bringing up.
Measuring how far Kazuya was from the satellite, his forehead laser would have to be moving at just over 1% the speed of light.
And the
Okay,
Hellraiser
which is
was
still
fast
pretty
enough
friggin'
to
fast.
intercept the same beam in order to save Kazuya's life from his evil devil self. Maybe he had a change of heart. Oh, oh no, okay. Or I could be wrong. But after that, man, they really hate each other. Even Heihachi's grandson Jin got in on the action. 3 generations of Mishima men bonding over throwing each other off cliffs.
After living a life consumed by hatred, the drive for power, and that, Heihachi reunited with Kazuya for one last battle to the death and shed a single tear at his son's complete transformation into a monster.
Oh, he did care. Maybe all of that crazy Bond villain bluster was just a facade for the heartbreak he suffered and destroying his own family and creating a cycle of violence, as so many fathers have before him. Dad.
He fought Kazuya as he lived. A man. No cyborg enhancements, no devil gene, no whatever Yoshimitsu is. Heihachi fought his literal demons with nothing more than his stubborn, egomaniacal refusal to give up until he could stand no longer.
Those who live by the volcano die by the volcano. Well, at least until he magically comes back in the next game. And when he does, he'll be determined as always to rule the world with a Tekken.
Don't you mean Iron Fist? Oh, God.
Yeah, Iron Fist. Oh, jeez. Next.
Welcome
Okay,
to
so
sun-drenched streets
1.6
of
megatons and
Southtown,
1% the speed of
USA.
light.
Should you
So
ever find yourself there on vacation,
we'll see how that
you
goes.
can rest easy knowing the Howard Connection Protection Agency will keep you safe from the clutches of the local mafia.
Until you realize the Howard Connection
Is the mafia.
Top-tier business model they got there.
And in control of both stands the legendary
Geese Howard.
Okay, Wiz, that was all
So,
sounding
where's
pretty
the joke about
badass
his name?
until you said his name was Geese. What kind of dork is named after a waterfowl? The only worst name I could think of would be Swan. His absentee dad may be an Austrian terrorist, but the only thing he's blowing up is his son's future.
After Geese's mother succumbed to an illness they were too poor to treat, 15-year-old
42.
Geese tracked his father down to kill him.
Before
Word
getting
from The
completely
Godfather,
wrecked by
this
his
appears in
half-brother
people's
Krauser,
nightmares.
Who was 9 years old. Oof. Now the ultimate scrub lord, he's found the martial arts master Tung Fu Ru to gain ultimate power and take revenge.
Geese fights with a combination of the deep, strong stances and hard-hitting combos of karate, the quick, deadly blows of kickboxing, and his primary style, Aiki Jutsu.
Translating to hard soft, which again, all too easy. Aiki Jutsu is
Ah.
all about throws, counters, and locks. It focuses on using opponents' weight against them, kind of like its descendant Aikido. And you
Okay.
can't forget the shitty
Almost looks like
catchphrases. But what Geese
Of course,
was
because
really there to learn
because of course you can
was
die permanently.
hippopotamus.
I mean,
Jesus. With Hakyoku
temporarily,
Senken,
I cannot
Geese can
talk.
absorb life energy, or
Hakyoku-
chi, from the
Hakyoku
earth itself
sense.
and mold powerful energy blasts.
I'll listen for when they
Rockets
see it again.
across the ground like a buzzsaw, while Raging Storm is a massive fanged geyser that'll devastate anyone nearby.
He can imbue these attacks with lightning called down from the heavens, or enhance his strength and speed to perform blindingly fast combos like Deadly Rave and Rashomon.
Wait just a goddamn second, Wiz. Did Geese just throw that poor man straight into the air and then patty cake his nuts on the way back down? That is pure evil.
And that actually is
Master
Heihachi
felt the
Mishima.
same way, sensing his pupil's darker intentions. So instead of entrusting the dojo's most secret of scrolls to Geese, he gave them to his other student, Jeff.
God
Him
damn
named
it, Jeff.
Jeff.
I hate him as much as Geese does. kind of name is Jeff? Jeff.
Infuriated,
Hey,
Geese left
my
Town
favorite
School
wrestler's
to
name
take
is
over
Jeff.
Southtown's existing criminal empire and install himself as the city's new crime lord.
Who, for some reason, demands to dress up in karate gi at all times.
Well, Geese's appreciation for Japanese martial arts extends to the culture as a whole. Music, architecture...
He's a weeb, like a buff otaku Vito Corleone. Who do you think his waifu is? Himself? Ooh,
Wow.
I probably would
Oh
too.
my god, they used the
I
fairy tale
appreciate
wow
Geese's
quote.
tenacity and
Wow,
business
wow
acumen.
sound effect.
It reminds me of me. Inventing reality-bending weaponry for black markets around the globe has done my checkings account pretty well. Like my Cyber Goose.
Mecha Goose Howard? Oh, please, Wiz, I've seen your student loans from Mad Scientist U. It's a sideways 8 next to a smiling turd emoji. I hear they sell self-respect next to the dollar pizza place you like so much.
Poor dummy.
Despite being a badass
I actually do have a
crime
few
lord,
katanas,
Geese is
so-
still plagued by inadequacy. So he took out his anger on the lamest person he knew, Jeff.
And he did it in front of his kids. I'm sure that'll turn out
Including
well in a
Terry
decade or
Bogard.
two. Wow, this guy has got to be the pettiest bitch in all of Southtown. Next to Jeff.
Oh, you think that's bad? How about when Geese had a son and left him and his mother in poverty? And when that son asked for help paying for his mom's illness, Geese ignored him.
Wow, without a hint of irony. After successfully conquering Southtown, Geese hosted
A
the
little
King
bamboo
of Fighters
thicket.
martial arts tournament in order to solidify his
Going off
position
Geese
as
Tower.
the strongest fighter around.
Which he basically was. Geese is powerful enough to obliterate entire swaths of forest with his chi and defeat the reality-warping entity Verse, who could create a hurricane the size of a stadium.
Even Takuma, one of Geese's subordinates, was strong enough to redirect a blast from the Zero Cannon, a city-annihilating satellite laser.
Considering the laser was intended to eradicate Southtown, which is a fictional stand-in for real-life South Miami, the blast would have to have a yield of around 1.7 megatons.
Ooh, that's
And
very
judging by
close
how
to
fast it reached the Earth's
Heihachi's.
surface, it must have been moving at over 2% the speed of light. And
Faster than
Takuma was hotter
Heihachi.
compared to Geese.
Seemingly unbeatable, Geese was finally confronted by Terry Bogard, the son of the man he murdered years before.
Yep, Terry
You know,
Bogard.
Jeff.
Now
Jeff.
that man has great taste in hats. After one of the fiercest battles ever witnessed, Terry defeated Geese and threw him from the top of Geese Tower to his death.
And he
Until
survived.
came back, so Terry threw him off it again. You can't keep a good goose down.
Whether it be manipulating future events from the shadows or demonstrating his magnificent power in front of the whole world, Geese's tenacity will always strive to crown him the King of Fighters.
Stay down, maggot.
Okay, so I noticed that the laser blast that was sent to destroy Southtown was stronger than Heihachi's, than anything Heihachi survived, and Heihachi can react at around 1% the speed of light, but Geese can match up to more than 2% the speed of light, so I'm gonna go with Geese.
The prize, sole ownership of both the Mishima and the Howard transaction. Flagrant disregard of antitrust laws, but okay, let's go to our fighters. Heihachi Mishima!
Mishima does have the experience, though.
And his opponent, Geese Howard!
Finally, somebody said fight before the actual fight started. Here we go. I swear, if he says die forever after killing Heihachi, if he does, then I'm gonna laugh. This is having fun.
I will extend my hands, reach your breath, or back.
Plus, Geese has more elemental attacks, so I'm liking the music. Ooh. Predictable! You ask him not to, you tell him not to say it, he just wants to say it even more.
Too easy.
But now we just need to hear Die Forever, so. Oh no, Heihachi says predictable. Ooh, good sprite work mixed with the circle cam. Ooh. Whoa! I'm just never going to be right, am I? Damn. Aw, we didn't get to hear him say Die Forever. Come on.
KO! Better break out the soy sauce for Geese, because this goose was cooked.
Both fighters had the brutal tenacity and martial arts mastery to push each other to the limit, but Heihachi just had the greater limits to push.
Sorry, Wiz, this one was obvious. One of them throws people off cliffs, the other has people throw him off cliffs. Kind of a no-duh.
It was not a no-duh. In fact, Geese's wider variety of chi techniques were able to keep Heihachi at a distance, and his ability to draw chi from the earth meant he could spam them for as long as he wanted.
But Heihachi has had plenty of experience with projectile spammers like Kazuya, whose lasers are fast enough to reach outer space in seconds. He'd have no trouble getting in close.
Heihachi's decades of combat training over Geese also allowed him to learn and adapt to his Aikijutsu. He's even defeated Aikido masters like Nina Williams before, so it wasn't entirely new to him.
Ultimately, it came down to who was stronger, faster, and tougher. Both scaled to characters like Jack and Takuma, who survived satellite lasers nearly equal to each other.
But both feats were performed pretty casually by weaker characters. So what could they do at their best? For Geese, let's look at his fight with Verse, who created that hurricane.
By measuring its size compared to the stadium to get the mass of the clouds, making a storm that big would take about 1.8 gigatons of TNT.
Okay.
About 1,000 times more powerful than the Zero Cannon that could destroy Southtown.
But we're not done. One single Jack unit was able to destroy a 6-mile-wide asteroid heading.
Forgot about the asteroid.
Estimating its volume and density, the energy it would take to violently fragment it is nearly 8 gigatons of TNT. Over 4 times more powerful than Versus Hurricane.
And Heihachi can tear through Jacks like nothing, which is crazy because that satellite laser it reacted to was moving at about 4% the speed of light, twice as fast as the Zero Cannon.
I thought they said 1%.
Geese was a clever, ruthless opponent, but Heihachi's power, experience, and sheer bull-headed stubbornness allowed him to walk away the victor.
Man, this fight was so intense, it almost made me shit my pants.
Oh,
the winner
great.
is Heihachi Mishima.
God, that was a bad pun. But okay, man, am I ever gonna be right this season?
And also click down below to watch another video.
So who's next? Warning: turn your headphones down. No, seriously, do it right now. Let's see. Come on, give me someone I know. Blake! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god. I'm excited and really scared. Because yeah, we got Blake from Ruby, but she's going up against somebody from Attack on Titan. I haven't seen Attack on Titan, but I know a fair amount about it. Just enough to be nervous. Oh man, we got Blake! Ugh. So that means all members of Team Ruby are going to be featured on Death Battle except for Ruby. Because they did confirm that Ruby was going to face off against Maka from Soul Leader eventually, but so far we've had Yang versus Tifa, Weiss versus Mitsuru, and now Blake versus Mikasa. So this again, I'm going to be excited, but really, really nervous. So, okay, you can obviously tell I'm going to be rooting for Blake. So, we'll see how this one plays out. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Let me know what you think about my reaction in the comments, and the official release will be linked in the description as well. So, thanks a lot for watching. Have a good one.